years for drunk driver who hit motorcyclist.
Pleaded guilty on October 19th to leaving the scene of a personal injury accident.
Ayla also pleaded guilty to drunk driving and received an additional sentence of 12 months.
My name is Omar Hernandez. I am 42 and I'm from Orland Hills. The motorcycle club world is something that is very unique. It goes further than just the brotherhood and camaraderie. It comes with a lot of work too, like a second job. Everyone has a title, everyone has a position, everyone has to do work, and you start off at the very bottom as a prospect, meaning you're the guy that washes the bikes and stays outside during the parties, making sure that nothing's happening and fetching beers and whatnot. And from there, you work yourself up just like you would in any other club, the other NHL. Being a motorcycle club and having that patch on your vest meant that you finally made it to that milestone. So I was very serious. I would get extremely upset when club members did not do certain things. You would have members sometimes that would say things like, "Oh, I forgot my vest at home." And I would tell them they are not riding with us until they go home and get their vest. I felt that if we were going to do this, we were going to do this 100%, or we weren't going to do it at all. So one of my best memories from being in the motorcycle club world was my very first Toys for Tot run that we did. It was so funny to actually see grown, bearded guys with teddy bears strapped onto the back of their bikes. But everyone is doing it just for the good of children, just to be able to donate toys for children that can't have anything during the holidays. In a motorcycle club lifestyle, that lifestyle comes first above anything else. Most people at a certain age, they realize I'm no longer interested in investing so much of my time and energy into something like this. And it's probably best to step away. So one evening, August 2011, we decided to ride as a club to go get something to eat. My wife, who at that time was my girlfriend, was supposed to join me on that ride. We got into a big argument. And I remember telling her, well, stay home. And she did. She stayed home. We went out. And we had some burgers on the way back home. We got about 15 of us, and a car coming from the opposite direction decides to make a U-turn and strikes me in the entire left side of my body. I felt like time just slowed down. Remember seeing the ground in the sky as I'm turning, bringing my arm up to shield my face. And as I see the ground, I don't feel the ground. I felt like I landed on nothing. I flew about 30 feet in the opposite direction. I can just feel this immense amount of pressure on my chest. I had a very difficult time breathing. I remember passing out a couple more times and waking up again in the hospital. I had 3 fractures in my neck, 4 in my back. I had a broken left shoulder, a punctured abdomen, and a fractured ankle. All I knew was that I didn't want my children to see me in that condition because I didn't know what condition I was in. While I was recovering, with Liz, she was my rock. We weren't officially dating at that point in time, so she really didn't have any obligation to be there or do anything for me. She didn't owe me anything, but she decided to just be a good friend and a good human being, and she was able to help me occupy my mind and just focus on myself and my health first before anything else. And I think that played a major role in my recovery.
Rolling.
My name is Lisette Silva Hernandez. I am 34 and I am from Orland Hills, Illinois. So there was one time where he's going crazy just being home, right? So I picked him up because during his recovery, he wanted to buy his mom a Kindle. He was so fragile. And so every speed bump that I would hit, he'd be like, ow, and ow, and ow. But, at the end of the day, he got what he needed. I got what I needed, and it just got him out of the house.
We were able to just spend so much time together and just realize what we liked and what we didn't like. And it was wild to realize that 2 people that were completely different can actually fall in love. When you go through something like that, there's fear. Fear is what you feel. Fear of not being able to do things that you did before. Fear of not being able to provide like you did before for your children. Not knowing whether or not you can fully recover from severe injuries like that is something that really messes with you. Yeah. I did stop riding motorcycles after my crash, and that was because of my daughter. At one point in time, my daughter had told me, she may not even remember this, but she told me, "Dad, I get scared every time you go out on your bike." And I sold my bike, and I have not been on a bike ever since then. Realizing that my daughter told me that I would scare the crap out of her every time that I would leave the house on my bike made me feel like a horrible person. I felt like I was tormenting my daughter in order to be able to fulfill something that I wanted for myself. I felt selfish. So it was an easy decision just to step away.
So our life today, it's changed, right? It's changed drastically. Right? We got married, we have kids, we have a home. So yeah, looking back, it wasn't always butterflies, rainbows, but we made it work. We're still making it work. And yeah, it wouldn't change anything.
I would tell my younger self to do things just the same way I did, to be honest with you. I think that you have to learn from situations like that. You have to learn from the good and the bad. And you have to live life and enjoy it. I can actually say that the motorcycle accident was by far one of the most horrible things I've ever experienced in my life. But with that being said, I've also had some great memories, some great experience, and I built great relationship with a lot of people. Some I don't talk too much, but others I know that they are just a phone call away. So I would do it all over again.